At the end of last year, Eufy released their new Homebase 3 and associated cameras, and here they are. I am beyond excited for this upgrade. Please don't let me down, please. Hello and welcome back, or if you're new here, just hello. My name is Scott and I like to make videos. If you liked this one, or even if you didn't, please do consider liking the video and subscribing because it helps me get sent more free stuff like this to play with. Thanks. Speaking of free stuff, this is in no way, shape or form a sponsored video. Eufy do not get to see this in advance and all opinions are my own, but they were kind enough to send me this, so thank you for supporting small creators such as myself. Now, I currently have the Homebase 2 with 6 cameras, 3 door sensors, 1 motion sensor, 1 alarm pad and a partridge in a pear tree. What, too late for Christmas jokes? I've had these for some time now and have made various videos about them, which you can check out up here somewhere. And in these videos, I've made it no secret that I really do like the Eufy kit. Yes, it may be expensive, but well worth it in my opinion. Kit is always high quality, and over the past year or two, I have had 0 problems and 0 device failures. And the fact they have no subscription is a massive benefit to me. But having said that, if this new offering is gash, I will be honest and tell you, it's gash. This would also be a good time for me to very quickly address the recent flaws that have reared their ugly head. A user reported that images that were supposed to be local only data were in fact uploaded to the cloud, not encrypted and stored longer than they felt should be. This was no surprise to me whatsoever because if you choose to get sent push notifications with a thumbnail, of course that image needs to be sent somewhere. It's like sending your friend a picture message and not expecting the photo to leave your phone. This is unfortunate, but these things do sadly happen with all brands. Eufy have advised me though that they are working on it at this very moment. For me personally though, not an issue. I really couldn't care if a thumbnail of my postman is stored online somewhere.
And that's all I have to say about that.
In this video, among other things, I will be looking at the differences between the Homebase 2 and the new 3, as well as the new EufyCam 3, which came to me in this nice little bundle, which is currently on sale at time of filming this video for £669. Like I said, not cheap, but worth it. However, you can choose to use your existing cameras and just upgrade the Homebase. Right, I can't wait any longer. Actually, that's not true. This box is actually empty. I opened it a week ago. Sorry, I couldn't wait. So here is me unboxing it last week. Right, let's get started. As always, a good quality weight to the box. Contents slide out from the bottom and the top comes off like so. Ooh, straight away we can see the new Homebase 3 and the new EufyCams 3. Homebase 3 weighs 656 grams and measures 3.1 by 4.3 by 5.7 inches. Along with the upgraded ARM processor, this now has 1 gig of RAM compared to the Homebase 2's 128 meg. It still connects to your router via the Ethernet port on the back and now has an extra USB port as well. There is 16 gig of built-in storage with this, the same as the Homebase 2, which allows for around 3 months of video. But this can be expanded by adding your own hard drive. That means you can add a maximum of a 16 terabyte drive, which basically means you can store years, literally years of footage. And a quick bit of geek speak, you can use any 2.5-inch SATA hard drive or solid state drive. The new smart AI they are calling BionicMind is capable of independently learning to be able to start recognizing frequent visitors to your home and is advertised at being 99.9% accurate. Now this is a huge thing for me because I always have alerts turned on no matter what I'm doing, which can be very annoying, especially when it's me that triggers them. But this will now learn who I am, so I can choose then not to be alerted by myself. And then also in the box we have the 1 and 2 EufyCam 3s, and they are noticeably smaller than the SoloCam S40 I took a look at not so long ago. As with all of the kit from Eufy, it's good, solid, heavy, and yeah. They are ultra 4K resolution with 8 million pixels and an 8x zoom, and Each lens has a fixed aperture of 1.4, which basically means you get a lot more light into the camera, so it performs better at night and you get to see more details. There are indoor and outdoor versions of these cameras, these being the outdoor, which are the forever power ones, which basically means they draw their power from the built-in solar panel, and they have the same IP67 weatherproof rating. There is a USB Type-C port on the back should you need to manually charge the camera, although the Gumpf states that these can run for a full year without needing a single charge. Other stuff in the box. Underneath we have Eufy Gumpf, some screws, a reset tool and some more smaller screws, a USB Type-C to Type-A charger, a power plug for the Homebase, plug adapters depending on your country, an Ethernet cable for connecting the Homebase, and two of the solid mounts for the cameras that we're used to seeing with all Eufy equipment. There it all is, in all its glory. Before we get started with the setup, as mentioned, we can expand the storage ourselves. So let's install our very own disk. I'm using a 500GB SSD from Crucial, which costs around 43 Great British pounds and will give me an estimated 7 years of storage. The top is magnetically connected and pops off easily by pushing on the edge. One screw will undo the hard drive bay and allow you to slide the caddy up and out. And your disk then secures into the caddy with the 4 provided screws, and when done, pops back into the top of the Homebase nice and easily. As before, it has all the standard features you would expect from a security system, such as
night vision, a built-in spotlight, motion detection, detection zone settings, face, pet and person detection, 135-degree field of view with the new EufyCam 3, and
two-way audio, among some other new features. But before we go any further, here is what the footage from the new EufyCam 3 4K looks and sounds like. So this is what it looks and sounds like in 4K in the studio. And yes, I'm in my jammies and I'm still freezing. It's bitterly cold here in the UK. But anyway, here is what it looks like. 135-degree field of view. Looks and sounds great. Setup is still done using the same Eufy app, which is available from your app store of choice, and the setup process remains simple and is the same whether you're installing these for the first time or upgrading from your existing Homebase, which is rather annoying, and I'll explain why in a second. With the network cable provided, connect one end to your Homebase and then the other end to your router. Plug in the power and then give the Homebase a minute or so to boot up until the LED is solid blue. Open your Eufy app and press the add icon and then choose S380 Homebase, which is the new version 3. You will then be asked to scan the QR code on the bottom, and then the Homebase speaker and the app will confirm it's ready to be paired. Press the sync button on the back, give it a name, and then skip all the boring welcome scheme reminders, and then apart from a firmware update, which takes around 5 minutes, you're done. The first thing you'll want to do if you're using your own hard drive is jump into the app and format it so it works with the Homebase file system. You can find this under storage management. Now, if you're upgrading from the Homebase 2, like me, I strongly recommend you check the link down below to ensure your current cameras are supported before you commit. Most should be compatible in early 2023. Right, what's annoying about the upgrade process? Well, there is no upgrade process.
There is no spoon.
You will have to manually re-add all of your original devices to the new Homebase 3, which, when you have a bunch of them, some of which aren't easily accessible, is very annoying. Adding cameras still works exactly the same and thankfully still as simple, apart from one annoyance at the end of adding newer cameras. When using the Homebase, the devices need to be close to it, so as mentioned, if you have high mounted cameras, best go get your ladders out. With the camera close to the Homebase, open the app, choose to add device and select your camera. Press the pair button for around 2 seconds and then wait for the camera to beep and connect. Choose its location and then name it accordingly. The annoyance with the new cameras is that the end instruction / welcome screen used to be skippable, but now it's not. So you have to sit patiently and wait until it goes through all the points before completing the setup.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Door sensors and motion sensors, the process is exactly the same.
Several bad puns later.
Now I'm all set up and I've been playing for the past week or so, I'm able to give you what I would consider as some useful feedback. I have found another excellent feature which helps kind of upgrade your existing cameras. With the new Homebase 3, my existing Floodlight Cam and Floodlight Cam Pro, as well as my 2K video doorbell, will now be able to make use of vehicle, face, person and pet detection, which it couldn't do before, and it works really well being able to detect multiple people and pets at the same time. The new familiar faces feature is absolutely awesome. It starts to recognize people it sees, or you can upload a photo of yourself to help it on its way. Being able to not be alerted when your cameras see you is a godsend. IR night vision is excellent, and still my preference, as color night vision, which uses the built-in spotlight, can be a bit hit or miss, and you just don't see as much detail. The previous bug where if your camera is stolen and then the reset button pushed or your footage is deleted is still an issue, which isn't good and something that Eufy really need to address. Front and center now in the app is a new anti-theft detection setting, which means when enabled, the cameras will now sound an alarm themselves as well as an alarm on the home base if the camera is moved. Very handy. Some other new items I saw in the app are you can now set alert tones on a per camera basis, so you can identify which camera has alerted you without needing to pick up your phone. The 4K footage, as you saw on the EufyCam 3, is awesome and the video is clear, and when using the 8x zoom, I'm able to make out all details right to the edge of the screen. Now yes, this kit is expensive, but you certainly do get what you pay for in this instance, and remember they have 0 subscription fee, and is why when I do buy my own kit, I don't mind paying that bit extra. But would I have paid for this if Eufy weren't kind enough to have sent it to me? Honestly, as freaking awesome as this is, I don't think I could have justified nearly 500 quid for the bundle, especially with the current state of the world and my existing ones working just fine. But
like big butts and I cannot lie.
With that being said, if it were possible to just upgrade the Homebase 3 on its own, then hell yeah, I would have. The ability to add my own storage, introduce human, pet and vehicle detection to all my older cameras, combined with the new face recognition and having all the devices connected to a single hub, would have been well worth it for me. So I am going to do a follow-up video on this after some more use, and in that video I will also be answering your questions. So if you do have any, please let me know in the comments down below. And all that's left for me to say now is any other comments, questions or feedback also down below. And whilst you're down there, please do consider liking the video, even if you didn't, subscribing if you aren't already, and hitting the bell to get notified when I upload new videos, because apparently it really does help me out. Thank you for watching and goodbye, internet.
Throw this shade on me like they all hate on me. Don't bring that